if you ever ran for president, you'd win. This is Whoopi Goldberg. You don't hear that? She said, I'm making a movie. Would you be in it? I said, in what capacity? Just a walk-on. You're so great. Would you do it? I did a walk-on for Whoopi Goldberg. Now she says, I refuse to mention his name. You know what? Politics can do strange things to demented people.
You know who was ranting on social media that no one wants to see that on his inauguration day? Sir, this was one of our presidents.
The feud between Whoopi Goldberg and Karoline Leavitt is heating up into a full-scale media war. And Whoopi just poured gasoline on the fire with a move that triggered a complete meltdown from the White House press secretary. If you know Karoline Leavitt, you know she doesn't pull punches. And this time, she came out swinging with a blow that left Whoopi Goldberg figuratively scorched. But what did Whoopi do to set off Leavitt's savage response? And how brutal was the press secretary's counterattack? Brace yourself, because this showdown is packed with drama, controversy, and reactions from major names like Bill Maher, Joe Rogan, and Megyn Kelly. And believe me, you won't want to miss a single moment.
Listen, take him seriously and take him literally.
I don't think that we have to. I think it would be remiss of us to not say, Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
What happens when a Hollywood icon goes too far in a public outburst? Whoopi Goldberg, the outspoken View host, might have just crossed the line. And this time, it's not what you think. Stay tuned, because the drama surrounding her feud with Karoline Leavitt has exploded into a full-scale media war. And trust me, you won't believe the shocking twist that just unfolded. This is a story that will leave you questioning everything. Ready? Let's dive right in. For years, Whoopi Goldberg has treated Donald Trump's name like it was cursed, never speaking it aloud on The View. She's dodged, deflected, and danced around it, as though uttering his name might unleash chaos. But then, something changed. On live TV, in the middle of a heated conversation, Whoopi's guard slipped. Without warning, she said the name Trump, and immediately, her face twisted in sheer horror, as if she'd just summoned a political demon. And in a move that could only be described as classic Whoopi, she spat on the floor. What did she do next? She tried to erase it, just like that. But it was too late. The internet went wild. What followed was nothing short of an outrage. Social media exploded as viewers slammed Whoopi for disrespecting not just Trump, but the very office of the
Let me be unequivocally clear about that. And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality.
Presidency. Some even called it a new low for her career, accusing her of spitting on half the country who supports Trump. It wasn't just a bad moment. It was a PR disaster that had people everywhere calling for the cancellation of The View. And it didn't stop there. The White House wasn't about to let this slide. And when Karoline Leavitt responded, it was brutal. Karoline Leavitt didn't hold back. She came out swinging, delivering a savage response that left Whoopi figuratively scorched. In a calculated takedown, Leavitt exposed Whoopi's hypocrisy and pointed out how irrelevant her antics were to the bigger picture. Leavitt's attack wasn't just a casual jab. It was a precision strike aimed right at Whoopi's career. This wasn't a Hollywood celebrity playing the victim. This was a force in politics showing that there's more to leadership than performative outrage. And when Trump got wind of the drama, he couldn't resist. His response? Savage, unfiltered, and unapologetic. With just a few words, he left Whoopi metaphorically sprawled on the floor. But the real kicker here wasn't just the insults. It was the truth behind Trump's words. In a time when the media is quick to demonize him, his point about Whoopi's flip-flopping.
I've hired Whoopi to work for me as a comedian before this stuff, and a long time ago. And I went, and, you know, I'm not particularly shy about what I hear. Her mouth was so foul, every word out of her mouth was like the F word, this. I was with a group of people, like sort of nice people, and we had to leave. She was so filthy dirty, disgusting, half the place left. I said I'd never hire again.
His flip-flopping was hard to ignore. Trump's words were like a punch in the gut. But was it too much? Or did Whoopi have this coming? Here's where it gets juicy. Remember back in 1996 when Whoopi made a movie called Eddie? That's right, none other than Donald Trump made a cameo in that film. But what's even more shocking, Whoopi wasn't just a casual fan of Trump, she practically begged him to join the movie. Fast forward to today, and Whoopi can't even mention his name without a public meltdown. The hypocrisy is off the charts. What happened between then and now? Could it be that her disdain for Trump is more about politics than principles? But the real problem here isn't just Whoopi. It's the Hollywood elites. They live in their own bubble, detached from the reality most Americans face. And let's face it, Americans are tired of it. While celebrities like Whoopi continue to push their narrative, the American people are pushing back. They're rejecting the mainstream media spin and the Hollywood elite's attempts to shape public opinion. The question is, how much longer can these elites keep pretending to represent the people when their views are so far removed from reality? In the end, it's clear that Karoline Leavitt is a force to be reckoned with. She doesn't back down, doesn't play the victim, and most importantly, she doesn't let Hollywood elites dictate the conversation. While Whoopi Goldberg continues to stir up drama and controversy, Leavitt is quietly proving that real leadership comes from clarity, honesty, and direct action. It's time to recognize the difference between performative outrage and true leadership. And when it comes to Whoopi, the hypocrisy is just too much to ignore. What do you think about this media war? Who's really in the right here? Whoopi or Karoline? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more bold, no-nonsense takes. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.